The NBA Finals are tonight.
You don't care
I've
about
said
them.
I'm not going to watch them.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'll change my mind. We'll see.
Well, let me ask
Maybe
you
I'll
this.
watch the second.
Let me
half.
ask you this about the finals, though.
Yeah.
Because we did this last year when the Pacers went on their run, and it did kind of change how we looked at. It didn't erase, but the Pacers were way better than we ever gave them credit for, and it did change the way we looked at how the Cavs had that.
Didn't for me, but it did for you.
Had that loss in the playoffs. Will anything in the finals change how you look at how the Cavs bowed out against the Knicks this year if New York goes out and beats San Antonio in 5 or 6
No, because
games?
they got humiliated. If the Cavs had lost the series competitively and then the Knicks won, you'd be like, all right, they were competitive against the team that ended up being the best. But even if the Knicks win the series, which they could, they humiliated the Cavs. It's not. I think everybody right now has a healthy respect for the Knicks, don't you?
For sure.
I agree with you. It was not going to change it for me, Dustin.
Yeah.
I actually thought the Knicks would beat the Thunder. I don't think they're going to beat the Spurs.
Interesting.
That was my thought.
Because the Thunder were banged up, or
I don't know.
Just better matchup?
I don't know. I think the way the Spurs came together as a team, especially in Game 7.
To win 6 and 7 like that.
Yeah, I mean, it was just incredible. And Wemby has got the whole team is.
He's got a little magic.
Yeah, he's put the team on his back. They've rallied around him. I mean, dude, I can't get the image out of my head of them winning Game 7, and his arms are so long, and I think the whole
he has
team,
the whole huddle.
The whole team is inside of his wingspan.
I gotta see that picture.
And it's like a hug. He's hugging like 9 guys.
It's awesome.
Who's guarding him? Robinson?
Good question. Robinson's hurt. He's playing.
So I think they're gonna start Cat on him.
Oh yeah, okay.
I think OG's going to be their best defender against him.
How big is it? I guess it doesn't matter. None of these guys are tall enough.
OG's like 6'8", 6'9", but he's strong. That's actually the kind of body type that Wemby struggled the most with.
Yeah, because he's kind of thin.
He's still thin, and OG has the strength on him and the quickness to stay in front of him. Wemby's biggest advantage is he's just way quicker than the other 7-footers out there.
Right.
So when he's going against someone like Hartenstein, he can use some of his shiftiness.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't contest his shot. He shoots
right. You're not going to block his shot.
So
but
OG actually
you can body him.
Yeah, OG's a pretty good matchup. I just want to say this on the Cavs part, then we can talk more at the finals. I don't think the Cavs, as they are currently constructed, can win a championship.
No.
I just don't. I think this core, without the requisite playmaking on the bench, can win a championship. So until the Cavs change their kind of core makeup of the team, I don't care what the Knicks do in the finals. I just don't think the Cavs have what it takes to take that next step.
So
whatever the New York does against San Antonio, it's not going to change how I feel about the Cavs because I just think they're limited regardless of the opponent.
I think it actually could make them look worse. Let's say the Knicks get smoked by San Antonio.
Yeah.
Then you're going to be like, my God, we thought the Knicks were that good. They're not. The East just stunk and the Cavs stunk. If San Antonio wipes the floor with them. And I know we're all going to say, well, that probably won't happen, but, it could.
It could. I mean, the Knicks are on a generational heater right now.
Yeah,
they're
but have they beaten anybody that good?
And they
no, but I'm saying their last
Yeah.
playoff loss was April 23rd. They were red hot.
That is crazy, yeah.
Yeah, crazy. They've been red hot now. The opponents
And they were down
Atlanta,
3-1 in the first round, which is the craziest
2-1,
thing. 2-1. Right, you're right.
Atlanta, Philly, Cleveland,
Right.
not defensive juggernauts by any means.
Yeah.
But that 10-game, 11-game stretch that they've been on,
Yeah.
historically speaking, by the numbers, it's the best 11-game stretch
It's amazing.
offensively in the history of
It's
the NBA.
amazing.
If they can keep that up against San Antonio, I'm not sure they'll beat the Spurs, but it certainly won't be a blowout. If they revert back to where they've been all season as an offensive team, this could be a short series. I'm picking San Antonio in 7. I think it will be a long series. I think New York's playing really well right now. But there is certainly a chance that they come back to reality. The Spurs have ascended to this new level. Harper's healthy. Fox is healthy. Stephon Castle's playing out of his mind. Wembanyama is a one-of-one alien, and they're just on a different tier.
Who's got the deeper roster, you think?
In terms of how many guys you trust or just how many will actually play?
No, it's guys you trust.
I think you feel better about the 6 you trust on San Antonio, but there's probably more guys you trust on New York.
I feel like San Antonio has a bunch of guys.
Yeah.
When I watch them play, they're all kind of the same player.
Outside of Wemby.
Like I feel like Castle and Vassell and Harper and like all those dudes are just kind of the same. Like they can all shoot threes. They're all really scrappy on defense.
Versatile players.
Versatile players. Yeah.
And they got
like the Cavs. I feel like don't have any guys like
Right.
that.
They got that dog in them too.
Yeah.
Castle's ready to fight at any given
But
moment.
the Knicks got the dog in them also.
That's why it's going to be such a good series.
I'm torn on this because I traditionally always, except for St. John's, always root against New York teams. But I was saying, I don't know if I said it yesterday or whatever, like the Knicks were the only professional team, baseball, football, basketball, that I didn't hate as a kid. I hated the baseball teams. I hated the football teams. The Nets were irrelevant to me. The hockey teams I didn't care about. But the Knicks, I was just kind of neutral on. I didn't hate them. I didn't root for them. But I didn't, I would go to games sometimes. So I don't hate the Knicks. And I have family and friends that are, I've never seen the Knicks win a championship because it's been over 50 years. But
I don't dislike the Knicks team.
Yeah.
They're fun. They're a fun team.
Fine. They're fun to watch
team.
outside of the games we had to play them.
Yeah.
But they're fine. They're fans, though. I just cannot with their fans.
They have a lot of obnoxious fans.
Yeah.
Not all of them, but certainly.
I dealt with them for games 3
Yeah,
and
they were
4.
obnoxious. Some of their fans were really obnoxious. But, I don't know.
Surprisingly, not as obnoxious as Detroit fans.
Oh, they were worse, huh?
Oh, yeah.
So I got San Antonio in 7. Who do you got?
I'll take the Knicks in 6.
Knicks in 6? Okay.
6, yeah.
Dude, put that in a parlay.
Yeah.
Jeez, that's probably pay out like 10 to 1.
The South Spurs are 2-1 favorites to win the series.
Yeah.
So that would probably be pretty good odds.
6, at least 5 to 1. I think Spurs in 6.
Spurs in 6. There you go.
Can I give you a couple of things to watch real quick just
Yeah.
in this series?
Please.
If Wemby ends up winning, it breaks every precedent we've ever talked about in terms of young guys having to climb the mountain.
Right, he didn't.
It would be.
What did they do? Last year they lost in the first round? Or
No, this is his first playoff appearance.
Oh, it is?
This is his first playoff appearance, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
A
He
bad
was
job of
injured
me
last
for not
year,
knowing
yeah.
that.
Yeah, first playoff
That's amazing.
It would break every
well, yeah, because
precedent.
they were terrible when they first got him. And
And he got
And then
hurt.
he got hurt last
He got
year.
hurt. He had the blood clot last
Right,
year.
that's right,
Yeah.
that's
so
right.
break
Wow.
every precedent.
First postseason ever wins a championship.
He,
Incredible.
because of his length,
be amazing.
his athleticism, and his
Yeah.
shot blocking timing, is able to literally help all 5 positions at once. He's the only guy in the history of the NBA that's been able to do that.
Yeah.
Mikey.
Real quick, Brunson kills teams from the mid-range.
Yeah.
SGA kills teams from the mid-range. They were able to take SGA out of his comfort zone better than any team I've ever seen because Castle, Harper, and Vassell are all good on-ball defenders, and you have Wemby just helping off anybody. The key for the Knicks is Josh Hart going to make shots? The Cavs left Josh Hart open, and they had Jared Allen, Evan Mobley roaming. The way the Spurs play defense, they're going to leave Josh Hart completely open, and it's a one-man alien zone with Wemby. And Wemby's there to eat everything up. The only way to get him out of that is either Josh Hart makes threes or you put Mitchell Robinson in, and Mitchell Robinson has 8-9 offensive rebounds a game.
Right,
Two
right,
things to watch tonight. Hart makes threes. Can Mitchell Robinson get to the offensive
That'll be the
glass?
difference.
That's the difference.
Do you think that if Wemby stays healthy, we could be witnessing the
Yes.
greatest basketball player we've ever
Yep.
seen?
I genuinely
He might be,
do.
but we got a long way to go.
Long way
No,
to go,
no,
but
but there's nobody
He-
at 7'4".
We've never seen a player
He's,
like him ever.
he's also taller than 7'4", by the way.
The
Okay.
question also is like we've seen guys that big that just can't stay healthy, especially in the legs and the feet. So
He
takes,
doesn't play. He plays like he's like my height.
it's ridiculous.
and he takes care of his body unlike almost anyone.
You
we've
guys
seen
are talking
before.
me into
So,
it. I think I'll watch the second half now.
You should
Talk-
watch.
you
Anytime,
talk me into
anytime
it.
Wemby's
I'm
on
excited to
TV,
watch it.
Yeah, it should be good. Is Jalen Brunson now the best American player?
Anthony Edwards is better than Jalen Brunson.
Yeah.
Euros have taken over the sport. The Euros are the best players.
Yes. But when Wemby's on
most
TV,
part.
you should watch Wemby. It's a one-on-one.
All right, I'm
going
going
to
to watch.